It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Raider hater, are you there?
Yeah.
I can't see. Are you doing an Indian chop? Is that what I'm seeing?
Best chat in sports. That's a fact.
Okay, so by the way, the Raiders won. I don't know if you caught the game. The Raiders.
Yeah, it's been a very disappointing week. Denver's not that good. That's the bottom line. And for the Card to only have 188 yards, no touchdowns.
Right.
Jacobs did a great job. The defense did well. So well, they're going to get him. No, it's really hard to go 0-16 in the NFL, 17 now in the NFL.
The funniest thing during the game, I get 4 different texts from you, and one says, "I didn't know the game was in Denver."
Yeah,
I haven't seen that much orange since Al Davis' torch was lit.
Oh my goodness, no doubt. that was kind of ridiculous a little bit, for being at home. I mean, I remember the Rams had it last year with the Niners. They couldn't. Mark Davis might have to do something about the ticket sales. You have to buy them through their website, and have to be local or something. But the thing is, Vegas is a destination, right?
Right.
I mean, people want to see legit, so it's going to be like that pretty much all the year, But you got to give them props. They're going to get their W. I mean, they're still in last place in the East.
well, okay. But
not the East, the West.
We're one game out of tying, so it's early. It's early.
Oh well, you'd be 2. Oh, that's true. If you do beat Kansas City, you would be 1 game out because they're 3-1. But I was looking at their schedule too. I was just checking out, and if they have a bye, so they can't screw that up, right?
Right.
And then so then I could see them rolling off 7 in a row: Houston, New Orleans, Jacksonville, Colts, Denver, Seattle. I mean, they could be. I don't think they're going to get Kansas City. There's no. This ain't going to happen.
Well, so this week you're a Chiefs fan. You're a Chiefs.
Oh, I did, for sure. I had a headdress, but it kind of was falling apart and stuff. And
like if I were to litter, you would cry right now, just like that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, what's that with the girl from the Oscars, Youngblood or something?
Yes,
They got her for something, So anyway, I'll have the headdress on for the game though.
But I went to Sanger High School, and the Chiefs pretty much the Sanger stole their uniform from the Chiefs. It looks like my high school team.
But you guys are the Apaches, aren't you? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or no? Right.
It doesn't matter. With the same helmet,
the arrowhead, the whole 9.
But okay, I'll give you this. Mahomes is great. Mahomes, did you see that shot put toss sky hook he threw for a touchdown?
Phenomenal.
I'm just like
he's like a basketball. You do backward passes, he could flip. I mean, he's insane, I
have to give him props. But I also think, okay, if we can't stop him, but if we could stay with him as far as score and hope we get pressure on him. I mean, that's the only way we're going to stop him.
And some turnovers, that helped last week. And if Josh, if he gets it going again, he was unbelievable. I wish he was on my fantasy team last week. But you know how many faders I have on my fantasy team?
Did you say faders? Did you say faders?
0.
All right. Well, your job is the Raider hater. And, some people ask me, why do you let that guy on? I go, I let him on because we're talking. It's okay.
Right.
We don't have to agree, but we can have a discussion, And
and like I said, it's still the fire in my gut because I was once a Raider fan, and then, so the fire is still there. And I do like talking football, especially whoever's playing the Raiders. I'll talk about them all day long. That's a fact.
I don't need to get all Star Wars with you, but
right.
Darth Vader, he was a good guy, and then he turned bad, but then he came back. So maybe there is hope for you, hater.
There is. But maybe Mark Davis needs to get some of that Darth Vader in him too, a little bit, fired up. But we'll see.
Needs to wear a helmet.
Oh, for sure. That's not a helmet.
That haircut is.
That's not a helmet. That's not a helmet.
I mean, no, hold on. We're the official Raider affiliate, and I was going to say I love the Raiders, and I love the way he looks. So
you can't contradict yourself.
Yeah, I have
can't do it.
I'm never going to be allowed in the locker room if I keep.
Oh, no doubt. You might not see a paycheck. That's not good. You got to.
So, all right, let's break it down.
Okay.
The Raiders season's not over. Okay.
No, I just told you they could roll off 7 in a row. Easy.
Right. we do have a bye the next week. So, let's say we lose to the Chiefs. If we win the next 3, which are possible, I looked at the schedule. We're not that far off.
No.
We definitely
and I think,
are,
Yeah. And there's a lot of teams. I think 9 wins might get you in the playoffs this year.
Right.
Just looking at all the schedules. I mean, there's not many upper elite teams. You see a lot of 2-2 teams, a few 3-1 teams. I mean, the Niners are pretty good. I think they're 2-2 now too. And, the Rams are 2-2, that division, and Seattle, who knows is going to win that division. I mean, that's kind of up in the air, the NFC West, so
it really comes down to December. Like, if you can kind of get there and then peak in December, you got a shot,
Well, that, and, the going into the end of the season is pretty tough. Chargers, Rams, New England, Pittsburgh, it's at Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and Kansas City again. That's a tough stretch of coming on the marathon, So you're gonna have to get at least 1 or 2, maybe 3 of those games, and maybe they'll make it. We'll see, But the Faders never let me down. I mean, I'll be having my party on when's the season end? The next day, so it'll be good. I might even have it early. I'll do it Saturday. They'll probably be eliminated. We'll see probably when they play the San Francisco. So we'll see.
And don't forget, October 15th, Fresno State Bulldogs. They're having
Devontae Adams.
Jersey
I just figured out why that was too, because they got a bye. So that's why they could bring him in and do all the pageantry, which he deserves. For sure. That'll be pretty good deal. So I mean, good for him. Like I said, I don't hate any of the Raiders, but we'll see how this week's go. Like I said, all day long. Ho, ho, ho. You're going to hear it all day long. And you think there was red last week? Wait till they're at Kansas City. You don't see it. And first of all, this rivalry, I mean, I've been to this game like in the 70s. Oh, if there wasn't like 18 fistfights, they don't like each other. This is like probably between them and Denver. I mean, the Chargers a little bit, but between them and Denver, those are their 2 most. When Al Davis, he could have went 4 and whatever 13, and if you got the 2 wins against Denver and the 2 wins against Kansas City, you probably been doing cartwheels. So yeah, for sure, absolutely.
All right,
so we'll see.
This week it's the Chiefs and the Raiders Monday night, and we'll hear from you next week, Mr. Hader.
For sure, I'll have a lot of good things to say about next week's game.
Well, I was going to ask you, because our next week after that is a bye. So are you going to root for the bye? Can you?
Oh, that's my new favorite team. I'm gonna get a shield, and just just say I'm nobody. We'll see. You know what? I'm a huge dog fan on next on the the 15th. Okay. All right.
Raider, ladies and gentlemen,
in the house. All right. Take care, brother. Go Faders. Not.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.